Hey everyone, and welcome to your week ahead video for the week starting July 15. This video is going to be a little longer than usual in the sense that I'm going to cover the time frame from July 15 to July 23. Just breaking up this second half of July into two videos so we can keep it on our usual schedule. The biggest astrological event happening this week is one of the biggest astrological events of the season, which is, of course, that very dramatic and emotionally driven lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which is happening on July 16. There's a few other things going on. Venus steps into the middle part of Cancer this week, and she'll take over or reform some of the aspects that the sun was making last week. And then we've got Mercury making a sign switch as well. So lots to go through with you. But of course, we must start with this lunar eclipse. So I'm actually going to bring the chart of that onto the screen right now because that's super relevant for you to have a visual. I know we did look at this in the month ahead video. So just to give you a visual, here we go, just a recap. So the lunar eclipse will actually be happening at 24 Capricorn and the sun will be at 24 Cancer. You can just, this chart that I've got on the screen is just a couple of hours before the lunar eclipse itself. It is Tuesday, the 16th of July in Canada and the States, and that'll be Wednesday morning, the 17th, if you're in Australia. One extra point I wanted to make about the lunar eclipse, or the eclipses we're having right now, July 2019, because the eclipses follow the north and south node, the nodes as they're known, as the nodes weave through the zodiac, they return to each pair of signs every 9 years. So the last time that we had eclipses along that Cancer Capricorn axis was at the very end of 2009, throughout 2010, and the very start of 2011. That was the last time we had the nodes moving through Cancer and Capricorn. And some of us will notice events or topics in our lives that are being activated or in front and center, full taking our attention right now. They will be similar to some of the topics that you were dealing with back in 2010, approximately 9 years ago. But it is a lunar eclipse week. So it's a full moon to start with. So we know it's going to be the most emotional week of the month. The full moon this month is eclipsed. And so we have this weird dance between light and shadow, between what we can see and what we can feel, between what we desire and what we must deal with. And so because the full moon is in Capricorn, there is a real sort of push-pull between what you'd like to do versus what you have to do. This particular full moon, you can see the moon is in Capricorn there with Saturn, the South Node, and Pluto. So if you've been tracking the moon through Capricorn over the last few months, you'll know that this 48-hour window, just generally of the moon in Capricorn, does have a heavier feel where you might feel under pressure or you're just running from appointment to appointment or commitment to commitment. Some of us are going to reach breaking point under this full moon where we realize that we can't keep on at the pace or with the level of pressure and demands on our time that what we've been trying to cope with. The reason that I think this can be a good thing, not that I want anyone to, have a breakdown, for instance, but if you kind of reach the end of your rope, you'll be in a position where you'll make a change. And humans usually don't make changes until we're in a position where we feel like our back is against the wall and we have to do something different. Having to do something different can give you the internal strength or fortitude to be more honest, to push back or say no to that one extra demand on your time or your energy. This is a full moon in Capricorn. So I've been talking a lot in the videos about paring back, about pruning, about consolidating. One of the insights I think we all will be blessed to have under this full moon is some clarity around who or what really counts. Clarity is a gift of Saturn and of Capricorn. It helps you kind of get out of the emotions and get out of the anxiety and get out of the drama and come straight down to that root or that foundation. So my wish for all of us under this full moon eclipse, this lunar eclipse, is that the clarity is crystallizing and gives you strength to really build your foundations about the priorities that you come to realize absolutely are the most important things in your heart or in your life. Now, that lunar eclipse happening on Tuesday is going to flavor the entire week. So it's a week that is generally going to feel more emotionally charged, and where there are sort of decisions or choices or changes that are coming through that give you a preview or a taste of a whole new reality. If you like the preview you're seeing, you'll want to commit to it and sink into it and go further. If you don't like the preview you're seeing, that's going to be part of your call to action, to speak up, to push back, to create boundaries or a structure that you can get on board with. So a little bit of effort and participation is going to be required. The universe is not just doing this to you. We all have different ways of contributing, collaborating, or defining the things that are okay or not okay for us.